Clash of Clans.
Anywhere else, and it just means that the momentum shifts into their favor right out of the gates.
Well, again, I want to see some super Valks, just pure carnage in the corner of the base. That's what I want to see.
Incredible. With the COC Esports Twitter post, this matchup was the closest between the community. No one could pick. It was virtually 50-50. But Darkest MuZhan obviously feeling like Wei, who was the MVP of last year's World Finals and the MVP of their qualifier, is the man to set the bar high and hopefully get a 3-star.
And here he comes with that Zap Lalo, taking down that defending clan castle before those troops have a chance to come up and getting some damage on that single target Inferno. So this world champion is going to have a nice run and get so much value as the king and queen look to make their way towards the town hall.
Beautiful, using the earthquake spells, extending from the clan castle to take out the single with the royal champion shield. And it does just allow the heroes to walk into the town hall. He's even bringing a super wall breaker, which means he must be wanting the expos here as well. And that will create pathing for the lava loon nicely as well, Bash. He's also got rid of the tornado trap, but the queen goes down already. That could be a big difference maker in Wei's plans.
That is going to be devastating. He is forming up that nice L shape, the tornado trap being out. But remember, he still has the royal champion and the enemy queen to deal with, along with 2 scatter shots and that eagle artillery. And here we go with the Lalo from the left-hand side of the base. Wei is getting this attack underway.
Oh, it's an interesting path here with the Tesla on the inside of the base. It means the balloons don't have as tight of a group to move in. An early Grand Warden's ability will help them through the scatter shot, but it will mean he doesn't have that towards the back end of the base for the next scatter shot. Wei obviously wanting to save onto his spells here, but taking a lot of damage early on with these balloons.
That scatter shot did not go down quick enough. Only one balloon went to it, and it got a couple shots off. And a huge pack of balloons drops early. We still do have a Hound and a few balloons with this Stone Slammer, but there is a lot of base remaining with that Royal Champion defending over here on the right-hand side. This is going to be a close finish for Wei.
Oh, the balloons do get to the eagle, which is good. He freezes the scattershot. Balloons trying to get within its dead zone. They will indeed be able to take it down. Oh, they can't! I was just about to say, I think there's too many defenses anyways. But with the scattershot alive and the defending royal champion, look at her with her winter skin. Yes!
She looks so good. Our first royal champion skin, and it is a winter champion defending Metro's base, holding down the fort and holding Wei to an 85-ish% attack, 84% as we finish up here. Man, that one just did not go his way, especially with that queen going down a little bit early in that attack, Judo.
Yeah, it definitely didn't go his way, Bash. I like what you did there. X6tence will be very happy with that defense. I mean, Darkest MuZhan putting up their MVP for the first attack and doesn't 3-star. I'm interested to know what that will do.
His squad out in front, and we're going with the Queen Charge Lalo.
It's X6tence, Bash. They are professionals. They are known for their Queen Charge Lalo attacks. And I am thinking they might have something else as well, because the other teams will expect this. But Metru, very experienced with this attack, sticking with his guns. And if he gets the 3-star, it is definitely a very early lead to X6tence.
You're right there, Judo. Everyone knows that X6tence knows how to Lalo, and they love their Lalo, so that's something that's got to be in the scouting report coming into this big tournament we have for the World Championship. We got this queen charging in, pulling out the clan castle. Looks like we got a couple of super minions in there, and they're going to get poisoned. Oh, the double poison. Not sure. Oh, no, Judo, the queen!
She's down! Not only did the ability go off, the minions took her down as well. Oh my word! I can't believe what I am witnessing. Normally you see a freeze spell onto the super minions. Sometimes you can get them with the double poison, but Metru has to adapt now and just try his best to get the high percentage too. I'm pretty sure, surely 3 stars are off the cards, right, Bash?
I would have to agree with that. He does finally get those super minions down using that lightning spell and the minions. He's just going with the full send towards that town hall, but investing so much into that queen charge and it going down early is going to be devastating. The warden's ability keeping these balloons up through the town hall, and he's trying to recover nicely here, Judo.
He's trying his best. Tornado Trap has the balloons right over the top of the defending queen, who is just picking them off one by one. They are down and history. He is just about to secure the second star, so they can breathe a little bit easier. But I think Darkus MuZhan have actually got away with this. They put up, well, let's face it, a good percentage, but arguably their best player right out of the gates, and they are probably still going to be in the lead.
Metro, he put so much into this queen charge. If you look at 3 super wall breakers, he had the 5 healers. That's 94 camp space for that queen charge. And when that queen goes down so early and doesn't get very much value at all, it's destined to fail. And that's what we're seeing here. An unfortunate 60% attack as he tries to get the last few buildings that he can, but definitely not the start we were expecting from either of these clans. Way falling a little bit short, and then Metro himself coming in with perhaps a 64-65% here. Judo, what a surprise.
Yeah, he has the minion in the lava puck just chipping away at the buildings, but with the eagle still alive, it can just take them down. I think it's actually going to be this 64%, and I think that will be a big surprise.
Base builders, because that was just some incredible plays there, and obviously the perfect choice for the CC troops, Bash.
Hey, that was a crazy defending CC. Too much damage for the queen to handle, and we're having 25 plus from Darkus MuZhan come in with that queen charge hybrid. And again, we're seeing that heavy commitment here, Judo. 5 healers, which is 70 space, and then 3 more super wall breakers, another 24 space. He's gonna look to push this queen deep inside this base.
Yeah, and it's an interesting approach because all of the teams know who they are going up against first. So Existence knew they were battling Darkus MuZhan in the opening matchup, therefore they could prepare bases specifically for that clan. But after that, it's a little bit of an open competition. You don't necessarily know who you are battling, and 25 plus of Darkus MuZhan actually used the Queen Charge hybrid a lot in the qualifiers. So maybe Rigatores will be thinking that they need a base to defend. Here is the minions out of the clan castle, but notice the freeze spell, 25 plus, playing a little bit safer on this attack.
I like what he's doing here. Huge commitment with the double poison and that freeze spell. If you're gonna get this queen charge in there and make it happen, you gotta make sure she doesn't go down early as we saw in that previous attack. And we're gonna have this hybrid come in to try to keep that queen charging towards the center of the base. She's actually beating on a wall, so she's gonna direct herself in. And here we go with the miners, the hogs, the king, all towards this town hall, Judo.
They were deployed nice and early. You normally need the hybrid in about 145. 25 plus had them in at 155 remaining in this attack. Healers are taking damage, but the queen takes out the multi. That is huge because it means moving forward she might be able to continue distracting the scatter shot as the hybrid continues to move through here, and it looks pretty good, Bash.
The hybrid is strong and crushing, and we got the siege barracks on that right-hand side. This is looking like a strong attack for 25 plus.
The scatter shot actually turns to the miners, allowing the queen to get a little bit more damage, but there is still a lot of defense left here. Using his final freeze on the enemy queen, he's got the Royal Champion's ability, and Hog Rider's now coming out of the siege barracks in order to help. Single target Inferno is standing strong though. I'm still not sure if he has enough to get through this with the defending queen.
The queen, oh my goodness, the hogs needed to get in front of the royal champion for this to have a shot. With that queen still standing, I don't think this will get there, and this one will fall just short for 25 plus, a valiant effort, but not quite enough to finish this base off.
Wow, he is so close. You can see that if the defending queen was down, this could have been a whole different story. 30 seconds left. He has more than enough time. Nevertheless, it does increase the percentage for Darkus MuZhan, but at this stage, the attackers of each team know they need to start putting up 3 stars and just put the pressure on the other team. If somebody can pull in a 3-star relatively soon with a bit of a shaky start, it really could send the other clan on the back pedal even further.
I agree, Judo. This one, I like to think if he got that siege barracks in just a few seconds earlier and those hogs got out in front of that royal champion, he
really do not want to fall behind. And if they were to fall even further behind on percentage, then you are starting to get towards the halfway mark, and that's when it's even harder, obviously, to turn things around.
Here we go with Michael DP coming in with a queen charge hybrid of his own. Gonna push this queen nice and it looks like he's gonna go towards the town hall from the way that he started this off with that Yeti bomb. Gonna go ahead and get this clan castle dealt with against the headhunters out, but that super minion still remaining right there in the middle, Judo.
Yeah, the CC actually split, so he had to use the freeze spell on the headhunters. Now has the poison for the super minions, but keep an eye on that queen. She has to get the super minions down fast, and it looks like she will indeed do that. Now, Michael DP did tell us that the most important thing for success is being able to keep relaxed. That must be a difficult thing, Bash, when the war has started how it is. And this is the World Finals, remember? $1 million prize pool. This is it. Final weekend.
I don't know how these players can handle the pressure. My heart would be racing, my fingers would be shaking, but these guys are pros, and they know how to handle it. Here comes that super wall breaker, barely getting that town hall compartment open. Oh my goodness, with just the slightest sliver to get in there, Queen will take down the single, and she's gonna have free reign at the town hall, Judo.
Got a little bit of fortunate with the super wall breaker, getting the wall compartment, but then instantly a little bit unfortunate, losing 2 healers to black bombs. But the queen looks like she has enough health. It's really if she is going to be able to survive when she gets towards the enemy queen. So the ability will have to be perfect. An early Grand Warden ability, though, to the top right of your screen will help the hybrid through the scatter shot and to the eagle. That is a couple of major splashdown early. There's still a lot left in this base though, Bash.
King funneling the bottom side, and these hogs or miners are running right through. I like the way this is looking for Michael DP. Just needs to get back through that scatter shot. This is strong, Judo.
Ooh, yes, it certainly is. The queen back to full health, still has the ability. Royal Champion has her ability, and it looks like Michael DP is going to get the first 3-star of this war, put existence in front despite the percentage. It is stars that matter, and it's back to Dark as MuZhan now.
Michael DP coming up and answering the call, knocking it out of the park with this epic queen charge hybrid. Amazing value on that charge, and that worked to perfection, Banks.
It did stars, but still that percentage difference needs to be kept increasing. However, Darkest MuZhan can always bring that star back, so if they do, it's going to be about that percentage, isn't it, Judo?
Put up that elusive 3-star, and Judo, this is an interesting attack. Check this out. We got Zap Witches with a Warden Walk, so setting up similar how you would with a Yeti Smash with the Warden Walk and zapping out one of the single target Infernos, but gonna go with 12 Witches on this attack. I like it.
I always like the diversity of attacks, and that is exactly what Ty told us is the secret weapon of Darkest MuZhan. They can attack with a lot of different strategies. And you see the openings in the walls here. Maybe he has thought the witches are a good idea just to walk in and out of the base alongside the single target Infernos. We actually have a little bit of a split on the healers, Bash, as they are healing both the Grand Warden and the Queen.
He transitions this into a little bit of a queen walk, and here we go with all of the witches. Gonna look to push this queen and the witches right up through the middle of the base. We do have one jump spell, which can really get nice access. Check out the range on that jump spell through the middle of the base. If he puts it near that air sweeper, he'll get the rest of the base. But here we go towards the town hall. We're gonna have to see that Grand Warden's Eternal Tome to protect. We got the siege barracks on the bottom side. This is looking great.
It certainly does look good. The Grand Warden's ability was on point. Eagle Artillery is damaged, so I wouldn't be surprised if we've seen the Royal Champion coming into that left-hand side relatively soon to take it down, protect the witches, because they are taking pretty big damage, and the scatter shot took out a big pack of them in the center. That is huge, and the other ones are on the outside. Queen is down as well. Oh no!
The Queen gets blasted by the scatter shot, and this, oh my goodness, if that scatter shot doesn't go down quickly, these witches are going to get obliterated. Ty is looking to scramble and rescue this attack as his forces went a bit outside, and he is faltering here, but still has a lot of witches up. But with the splash of that scatter shot and the Eagle Artillery, it's going to be a tough finish. Here comes that Royal Champion from the left-hand side.
Yeah, looks like he has 7 witches, I think I count, which is more than 50% of the army, so he definitely could still get this done, but he has to keep them away from the splash damages. Nicely using the Royal Champion down to the bottom of the base, actually, to send the witches into the center. The jump spell is still active. They can still get to the scatter shot and the eagle. Scatter will go down, but the witches are taking damage. I'm not sure which way this is going to go. Time is also ticking down as well, Bash.
We do get some skeletons in. This has got a chance, you know, it's not dead yet. It went not the way he was hoping for, but the Hogs helped out a lot. The Royal Champion coming in clutch, 30 seconds. I like the way this is looking for Ty.
The Grand Warden takes down the Eagle Artillery. 25 seconds. They just need to clear the buildings now. Grand Warden doing his best, but the Royal Champion going down is huge. He really needed her to finish off the remaining defenses, and I think this is actually a time fail. I think he would have had enough power to get through this. He's still got 5 seconds, so it could happen, but the Grand Warden needs to turn to the buildings. Don't tell me it's going to be a 99. It's a 98. Super. It certainly does, and let's face it, Darkest MuZhan have enough talent to get back in this. They beat MKMA and Tribe Gaming in the semis and finals of the qualifier. They won, and they won the King of the Castle tournament with a perfect war over the Queen Walkers. So they just need to keep their confidence up and hope their bases can defend. And it is Al-Mu'allin of Existence
coming in with some lightning spells and some earthquakes to weaken down and take out that Eagle Artillery. Love to see that, and we're going to have 10 dragons with this attack. A lot of spells committed to the zap there, but with 10 dragons, if he can get a good funnel and a good path set, these dragons will push right through the middle of the base. Let's see what he's bringing to the table as these sneaky goblins are going to look to finish off this storage.
Yeah, it's a very surgical and interesting start. He did get the defending Royal Champion with the lightning spells, did want to use the bowlers to just snipe off the air defense, which he is going to get to relatively early. It won't do a lot of damage, but it has got one of the dragons around about 33% of its health off. So that is a big difference that Al-Mu'allin didn't want to face. Dragons do have pretty good pathing to the rest of the air defense, but he's going to have to try and get through the center of the base is the main issue that I see.
Look at this interesting move, bringing in the King and Queen towards the bottom of the base. The King and Queen will handle the clan castle by themselves. The dragons get the town hall down to secure that first star. The Warden's Eternal Tome going to protect all the dragons and the balloon. Freeze spell goes down on that multi-target Inferno and freezes the Queen. This is looking nice. He's still got that Royal Champion in hand as well.
Just a couple of dragons are in the center, but it is enough to get the multi-target Inferno down. The Stone Slammer really helping from the north of the base. Stuck in the Tornado Trap now. If they can get the Scatter Shot down, over to this bottom area, it will definitely help the heroes as they come through. It's very difficult to call, but with 2 Scatter Shots smashing into the dragons, they are going down fast, Bash.
The Queen still has her ability. That Royal Champion is going to work and target the Expo and target that other scatter shot. Oh no, she gets held up by the enemy king. We do have one dragon on the scatter. If he can get this scatter down, Judo, this one's gonna be over. Al-Mu'allin's gonna get the 3-star for Existence. What an attack. Banks the dragon.
Puts them even further ahead in stars. That opening attack from Metro seeming like a distant memory now, because those 2 triples are putting Existence further and further ahead of Darkest MuZhan, Judo.
It certainly is. We've seen the smiles on their faces there.
The whole Existence team, as that 3-star comes in, you got to think that first attack, they just felt like something was off there because they're coming out strong with their next 2. We're going to have Kartik coming in with a Zap Drag of his own. 8 lightning spells and an earthquake. Let's see where he looks to direct these lightning spells. Perhaps get out a scatter shot and then maybe a zap earthquake combo in one of the singles. This will be interesting to see, Judo.
Yeah, I think maybe the clan castle more to provide pathing for the dragons, but we will have to wait and see. I think you're right there. It is going to be one of the scatters rotating around the center. Oh, yes, because they're in range. Okay, wow. So he just weakened one of them, but managed to rotate around the other one to take down the Inferno Tower of the shield. Interesting.
So he's just setting up some amazing pathing here. He didn't get down that other scatter. I misspoke there, but it's weakened, and he has great pathing set up for these dragons. I like what Kartik is doing, the surgical lightning spells. That's going to set up really, really nicely for these dragons as we're seeing these sneaky goblins come in to take out some of these high hit point buildings on the outside of the base, so the dragons aren't going to get held up on those storages. I like it.
Yeah, one of the advantages of this attack is it doesn't really need a super troop to help support the air portion because you have dragons and balloons. So the sneaky goblins can take down the high hit point storages. And what that really does is path the dragons, but also mean they can get to the defenses. You might notice the ground expos, but with a lot of HP that they have, they can actually distract for the other defenses to do a lot of damage onto the dragons. It is looking good though for Kartik as the town hall goes down and he's looking to continue the push.
The Warden's ability protects, and here we go with the Stone Slammer getting to that air defense. We have one air defense remaining. Well, check this out. We get the scatter shot and some single target infernos tucked away behind some storage. It's going to be a tough run for these dragons to get to those singles.
Yeah, and that's exactly my point in terms of using the sneaky goblins for them on the outside, because what you will see now is the dragons take a little bit of time to get through them, and that just allows the single behind to do work. Now with the king's ability and the queen's ability, he can just push through the outside. He's got enough to get this done, Bash. He really needs to get the air defense before the dragons get in range, though.
The queen finally targeting the air defense. That dragon does take a little bit of damage, but it's still standing. That eagle is just pounding away, but luckily it's only hitting that one lone dragon up top with the queen's ability. This is looking really good for Kartik.
I think he's got it. The Archer Tower is distracted by the king. He still has the queen's ability. Dragons onto the eagle. This is exactly what Darkus MuZhan needed. Their opening 3-star, finally, they hit the mark, and they need to hope that they have their best bases ready to hold off Existence. What a great attack from Carter on Existence, keeps them on their toes, but they have Krasan, the MVP of their previous qualifier. He actually went perfect with 4 3-star attacks. He actually enjoys history and geography and studying that in his spare time, but I think leading up to this event, he will have been 100% dialed in on Clash of Clans.
Ooh, that's a good call there, Judo. If you remember, in Existence's qualifier that they got to the World Championships, Krasan was the MVP, going perfect 4 for 4 on his attacks. So he knows how to handle the pressure and step up to the plate. And he's looking to put this one away for his squad with this Warden Walk Witch attack again. I like this. This is really nice. Setting up the pathing and going to push these witches right in towards that town hall.
Well, they've identified that it worked last time, and they obviously feel quite confident with this attack. We know how good of a team Existence are together. They placed 3rd last year under the name of Team Queso, that organization, and it is quite an early start for the Witches here, Bash. Eagle Artillery gets a big damage onto the skeletons, but with the Witches able to spawn them right back up, he should be able to just cruise through this.
He's got a nice push in there. That scatter went down relatively quick. I was worried about that splash damage, but with a jump spell, he's going to have access to a lot of the rest of the base. Poison spell goes down, but did that poison miss the super minion shoot? Oh.
It certainly did, and I thought the Grand Warden was going to leave the main pack of witches because some of them have gone off to the right-hand side. That's not always a bad thing because with mass witches, you can time fail if you don't swoop through the base effective enough. But when you lose DPS, you have to be able to deploy the Royal Champion in the correct area. And here she comes from the right-hand side to get the eagle, try and maybe push in towards the scatter shot, but he is still taking a lot of damage with the witches.
I'm really worried about that scatter in the middle. Nothing went there, and it's already taken down a huge pack of witches. I don't think this one's going to get there from Krasan, as that scatter is doing so much work. The Queen's ability may be the saving grace, but there are a lot of defenses still remaining on this base for Todd.
This is shaping up to be the most epic opening match, or one of the opening matches. We've seen ATN take down HT Family prior to this, if you're just tuning in. But what this means, Bash, is although Existence have their 2 3-stars, Darkus MuZhan way ahead on percentage. If they were to 3-star in their next attack, it means Existence would have to finish off with a 3-star to win.
Exactly, Krasan.
And B is a man that pays very close attention to detail, so I am sure he will have the inner workings of his plan nailed down, and it is going to be the mass witches again, Bash. Interesting that we're seeing this strategy quite a lot throughout this war.
This is a really nice strategy. He's electing to take out one of those scatters, and we saw how crucial that scatter shot was on that last attack. So dealing with one of the scatter shots early, and it's looking like he's going to elect for a Queen Walk rather than the Warden Walk to start this one off and get the funnel going here. Oh man, I like what I'm seeing here from B. A strong start, and this Queen's going to look to get these witches on track.
Yeah, really nice use of the Yeti to create the funnel. The positive about using the Queen is that we are able to get this start done a little bit quicker. I mentioned how the witches can cause some issues with time, and look at how quickly they are deployed. They're actually going to be able to help with the Lava Hound in the center here. Just take that out, because the Lava Hound really does take a lot of time to get through.
Then with the witches helping that out, that Lava Hound is not going to stand a chance. It's going down quickly. Look at, oh my goodness, Judo. That wall breaker, the super wall breaker just went all the way in and activated the town hall as it exploded right near it. That could be, oh my goodness, that could be a little bit of a slip up as he's got to use a freeze spell now and keep some of these witches alive. The scatter shot doing so much damage. Oh no, this might have been a misstep for B.
Not what he needed. I think he was using the super wall breaker in order to open up the compartment a little bit greater to allow the witches in. Notice that they are walking around the outside. He has got the town hall frozen, but it's going to lock onto the witches here, Bash. I'm not sure that he's even going to get the town hall. He still has the royal champion, but using her in that area will definitely sacrifice the 3 stars.
Oh no, this did not go the way B was hoping. Perhaps needed to get that jump spell in a little bit earlier to push these troops in the right direction. This one just did not have a chance. Unfortunate for Darkest MuZhan. And that's just going to leave the door wide open for Existence to finish this war off. So unlucky for B, but that's the way it goes sometimes.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they are not out of the competition. They will just move down into the lowest bracket, and that's even if they lose. There is still an opportunity that Existence slip up, but we have to say it is a very slim one at this stage, not the attack that B wanted, and I'm trying to think of who is left to attack for Existence. It's Rico Torres, isn't it? He just needs to close this one out.
Torres, the one and only. You know he loves his Lalo, whether it be Sui Lalo, Queen Charge Lalo. You know he's going to come in with something strong. And with this one being such a low percentage, it might level the playing field on percent and really not make Rigo have to do too much, as they're going to be up on stars. So we'll have to see what this one sizes up the final tally. 88.2% there for Darkest MuZhan, so it's all going to come.
Whoever they are going to be facing tomorrow.
What a surprise here. Rigo Torres going in, and check this out. We got more witches. Rigo, known for his Lalo attacks, going with this Zap. This is kind of a risky play. He's going to have to go right in towards the Town Hall, as they just really need 2 stars to win. But look at this, getting both scatter shots down. I like that play right there for Rigo. Getting the scatters down, all he has to do is 2-star this base, and Existence moves on to tomorrow.
It is huge because the 3 Inferno Towers are all set to single. And with the Mass Witches, if you're trying to use this, it is all about splash damage. So the main defenses now are the Town Hall and the Eagle. But I think Rigo, knowing the position they are in, will be pushing direct into the Town Hall, forgetting about the Eagle a little bit. I still think he's got a good shot at the 3 stars here though, Bash.
Being able to get both scatter shots out with that minimal spell support is massive for a witch attack. I love the mass witch attacks, but having an extra rage in hand and the poison spell is going to be massive for this attack for Rigo, as he's going to use his king, and the king may actually be able to get all the way to the town hall by himself. We do see that Inferno Dragon coming out of the clan castle, but look at all of those skeletons spawning.
Wow, that is a skelly army for sure. He is going to have to deal with the clan castle troops here, but interestingly, without any jump spells, he is going to rely on the super wall breakers, busting up the compartments and allowing the witches in. There goes one of them, gets him access to the clan castle area, or within reach of it, with the witches being a ranged troops. Here comes the next one that will provide them even further access, and with the royal champion coming in from the left-hand side, he just has to sweep this left area and make sure to finish off strong for Existence.
Still got the Warden's ability in hand. That is going to come in so nice to finish this one off. Rigo already has the war secured for his squad to move on to tomorrow, but he wants to finish it off with a 3-star and put up that 13-star performance and let these other teams know that Existence is here to put on a show. Check it out. Oh my goodness, we just have a few defenses left. Judo and Rigo's going to triple this base.
Such an interesting play style here from Existence, really switching it up from what they are comfortable with and making sure to bring home the victory all also it looks like they will be putting up 13 stars, which is exactly what we've seen by alternate attacks. So the bar getting set high into the finals already with 13 stars. And it looks like Existence, like you said, really wanted to put on a show, and they are cruising into tomorrow.
MuZhan will go on to play in the lower bracket elimination match a little bit later today, but Existence gonna move on
down into the lower bracket and face off against HT Family later today. But the winner of that war is Existence, our second winners bracket team. An awesome display, and even though their live qualifier was a while ago, you know that they've been working so hard to keep that momentum going all the way up until this point, Bash.
That's right, these teams practice non-stop, playing these community leagues, and keep with the current meta as we're seeing that kind of new witch attack. I like it a lot. 13 to 11, 88. Look at the percentage. That's high on percent.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that actually. That means they took down pretty much exactly the same amount of buildings, but it is the stars that matter, and Existence will be very, very happy with that performance, Banks.
I mean, I don't know if we're going to attribute it to nerves or just to incredible base building coming into this point.